die doing a simple thing that we do every day, and 70,000 more are injured. My story and lesson, well, I guess my lesson is, don't take life for granted, because, well, it could change at any time. It started on a Wednesday evening at around 8 o'clock. I got tired of being home alone, so I decided to go skateboarding. I mean, I know it was cold outside, but I was bored, so I went outside and started skateboarding. I went down 8th Street, down C Ave, no problems. Was skating around downtown, just ollieing over stuff and like doing kick, just messing around and stuff. And on my way back home, I was going down the hill, and I stopped to get off my skateboard, picked it up, stepped to the side of the road, and started walking across the tracks. I saw lights behind me. As I turned around, I didn't even see the car. Like a split second after I turned around, I got hit. So I'm laying on the ground yelling profanity at the top of my lungs. I'm in pain, but the pain didn't last very long. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then I was standing up with my skateboard, walking. Like, I started walking away. They were like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going home." They're like, "You can't go home." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. I just need to go home." Then they said, "You need to come sit down," and I remember, standing next to the back of her car, and my legs were really shaking and wobbly and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, honey, you're shaking." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And then I actually knew the person that hit me. It was my mom's boss at the gas station in Ellingers, and my mom works with at the newspaper called my mom at 8:30 or 8:29 and said, Tristan just got hit. And I sat in the back of their car till the ambulance got there. And when the ambulance got there, they had me walk up to the ambulance, and they laid me down in the bed and everything. And then they strapped me down, and that scared the crap out of me, because I was like, "Oh crap, is something way worse than I feel right now? Like, there's something seriously wrong with me right now?" And then they put a band or a gauze over my eyebrow and kept asking me, "Where's your pain at? Where's your pain at?" And then he put in an IV. I still have the bruise from it. They injected me with something, I don't remember what it was called, but he said, "You're going to taste something metallic in your mouth." And as soon as he put it in, I could taste it. It was gross. And he was talking about, well, I'm not even close to being done. He was talking about how it was going to be a bumpy ride to the hospital. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really care. And about halfway through, he put me in a full neck brace. And when we got to the hospital, I was taken into a room, and I just sat there. They took all my clothes off, put my boxers, and were like searching my body for any other like broken bones or anything like that. And excuse me. The doctor came in, and he was like, "Hi, how are you?" And shook my hand and everything, and he was like asking me to wiggle my toes and flex my eyebrows and stuff, and or wrinkle my forehead. And then a cop came in, and he was like, "So what happened?" I told him what happened, and then he said, "Well, you're lucky to be alive, because I've talked to a lot of people who've done the same thing as you. Mainly, they were under the influence, but I never talked to those people again because they died." And then he asked me if I was under the influence. I said no. I had nothing to drink, didn't smoke anything, nothing. Then the doctor kind of like, they gave me a pain medication, and he told me to fall asleep. And I tried. I mean, they put like 4 layers of blankets on me because I was like cold and stuff. And then it was weird. He took me over on the bed to the sink, pulled me into the sink, and like scrubbed at my eyebrow with a sponge to like clean it and stuff. And then after that, he was like, "It's okay, just try to go to sleep." And the whole time I was thinking, how am I going to sleep when you're stabbing a needle into my head? I can feel it, like, I can feel the needle like going into my head as he's giving me the stitches. I kept asking him, are you done yet? And he goes, no, we're about halfway done. Are you done yet? No, we're about 3/4 of the way done. Excuse me, and, excuse me. And when he finally finished, he, well, while he was doing the stitches, he was constantly pushing really hard on on it, like, really hard. Like, I would, like, push my head into the pillow so it wouldn't hurt as much. And I wanted to yell at him and, like, cuss and stuff, but I decided against that, because, you know, he was giving me stitches, like, he could purposely screw it up or something. But, yeah, when he was done, I really had to go to the bathroom, so they were like, well, we don't want you to stand up yet, because the doctor had left, and then the nurse was in there, we don't want you to stand up yet without the doctor saying it's okay for you to stand up, so then she was just like, you know what, fine, just here, pee in this little, like, you know, a urinal at a hospital, a little plastic, about this tall, little plastic thing. I peed in one of those, and then I sat back down, and my mom and Kara Armel, were both at the hospital, waiting there the whole time. I was there for about 3 hours, from about 8:30, 8:45 to about 11:30. It was quite a while, but I just lost my train of thought.
Look at the board if you need to.
Okay. What you guys can learn from my dumb mistake, decision, whatever you want to call it, is don't wear black at night and walk around. Be careful. Don't, like, live every day like it's your last. Like, do as much as you can, because at any day it could be your last. My lesson was, don't take life for granted, because, you know, any day could be your last.
Okay,
Thank you.
let's give him a hand, nice job.